Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new edition of Message of Hope. And today I have the pleasure to be with Richard Gordon Kelly, who is in beautiful Belgium, meeting us today. Welcome, Richard.
Thank you, Martin. Thank
And
you very
I will
much.
ask you the famous question is how does having this understanding, this inside out understanding, how does that help you navigate either the lockdown, because we're still in the middle of it, or COVID, or whatever other stress that shows up in your life?
Well, I think what it's allowed me to have an understanding, and I shared this in a webinar that I did a few weeks ago, was if I allow the problem to have all the power, then I'm not able to create things internally in myself. So I'm blocking myself. So if I can reverse that around and say, okay, if I don't allow that problem to be the power, yet I can create something internally for myself in being who I am and who I can be in that moment, it makes a difference. And respecting the rules and respecting that the virus there's a virus out there that people want to think that is out there. Um, but I don't allow it to affect who I am and who I can be.
Exactly. Yeah, because where we're all in our head.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's be clear. I mean, for some people, it's not easy. For some people, it's not easy to accept and understand and know what it is. And I think things play a part in people's minds externally, and they bring it into their own lives, and they don't know what is right or wrong. Or let's say, what is non-duality, what's duality, what is three principles. It all kind of makes people twist their minds upside down. I call it like the ping pong. To imagine you've got two bats of ping pong, and I'm the ball, and I'm going back and forth, trying to figure out what's been happening, etc. But I think for me was having this understanding allowed me to have a clearer mind, have to calm down more than anything, really to slow down, and to really be present to what is actually going on in the moment and not to be worrying about what is going to happen in the future. I think that really having that exposure with the three principles has allowed me to be at ease with myself and to be noticing when things do come up that I'm actually knowing where it's coming from. How that thought can play with us. And don't get me wrong, I've had my low moods. I had my low moods this weekend, and was really down, but I knew that I just didn't have to do anything. I just had to recognize that it was there, and not even to recognize it, but just to kind of say, okay, you're there, and allow it just to pass. And it took a good day and a half, but I'm back on high mood again, back on high, feeling good again, feeling who I can be, creating who I can create, etc. So I think it's not to say that we all want to be on a high all the time. We have these ups and downs, and I prefer to be up and down than being on a high all the time. So I think for people,
Sorry.
yeah, and I think for people, to understand that having a focus and paying attention to what is out there, I think that's kind of important for people. And it's not a focus of what's going to happen next. It's about focusing on what's happening for you right now and who you're going to be right now. And paying attention to that and be willing to explore that and being curious about life and seeing what it brings to you. And just reflecting on it, taking that time to just slow down. And I think what has happened for us all, for many people, it's allowed them to approach their life differently. It's changed a lot of people's lives. It's actually changed how we run the economies. It's how we run the countries. It's how we run the service for the health, etc., etc. And it's allowing people to be creative again in a different way. So there's many pluses and minuses to it all. But I think what I'd like to say is there is a purpose in life, and that's you, being you. And understanding that, you can step forward into 2021 knowing that you're okay, you're still alive, you're still living, and enjoy that moment and live that moment with fun, with ease, and with gratitude. You know, people have passed away for whatever reason. From my side, I had my mother who passed away. She didn't have the virus, but she had other illnesses that we didn't want her to continue with. And so she passed away very quickly and very quietly. So those people who have passed away, yeah, it's not nice. And I can really give my condolences to those people who've experienced that. Yet at the same time, we are here to live being humans and live being as one, if we wish to say that to everyone. And if we can start to understand that, it will make a big difference to this world.
It's supposed to be a big playground. And I just read very, very quickly today Michael Neal's whatever thing, daily thing he does. And he says that I don't know is the most beautiful thing. Because
Yeah.
we live in a life of possibilities than searching for in the
People
past.
forget. Yeah. What you just said there is that we forget we're living in a moment by moment life. And we're living in that playground of life every moment. Yet we like to live in the past and we like to live in the future. And the beauty is in the present. That is the biggest gift I can give my children at Christmas, is just unconditional love. Presents are not needed. It's just unconditional love that I'm there in the moment and sharing the moment with them. Same with my partner. Sharing the moment with her is more rewarding. It's more pleasurable. It's more wow. You know, I like to share, when I did visit my mother before she passed away, we actually spent 4 days with her, me and my partner. And it was as though time had just stopped. We really went with her pace. And my mother was like a little girl. At 87, she was like a little girl enjoying life, having fun. And that was the most beautiful experience to have. You know, she had dementia, she had Alzheimer's, she had cancer. She had a bingo bango time. She had literally 3 things banging at her all the time. But she had the moments where she was just so much thankful and peaceful and calm. And, you know, if we can just learn to enjoy this moment as much as we can, it really makes a difference. Believe me, it does.
The time that exists is now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard, for your time and
My pleasure.
wise
Thank you,
word.
Martin.
Sorry for condolences for your mom. And if people want to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook, but I mean, they can also look at my website. It's pretty basic, www.richardgordonkelly.com. It's pretty easy to remember. It's just my name with a .com at the end.
Okay. Well, thank you. And Merry Christmas to you and to your family.
And to you likewise. Thank you, Martine.